Hello, everybody. My name is Uchara, and this is Mad Games Tycoon 2, another episode of my Let's Play. We are currently researching console hardware things. Once this is done, we will be able to make our very own console, which will be good. Currently working on Samurai Swordmaster. I believe this is my first platformer game, I want to say. And we are doing a pre-game update for Satisfactorio 2, which is selling fairly well. No, it's not even out yet. It's a day one patch. Miss Ghost Eater, selling very well. Fourth Fantasy, selling very well. It is the holiday season, of course. That definitely helps. All right, so let's see how good of a platformer we can make here. Hopefully, it will be good. So our console development team's just going to twiddle their thumbs until we get through all this hardware stuff, which is going to be a bit. It's going, but it's not going quickly. And we got 4 more hardware things to get through before we'll be ready to make one. All right, so what do we want to do up here? Do we want to get... Oh, wow, Satisfactorio 2 sold almost 20,000 copies last week. Oh, that's amazing. All right, so let's do a Missed Ghost Eater update. It's had a couple already, but we can do one more. It'll definitely be worth the cost. We'll get that cost back. All right, so we're going to market Samurai Swordmaster. Game magazine, then we'll do a radio spot, and then we will do our pre-release stuff. All right, so one less thing. All right, the new trend is role-playing games and rabbits. Maybe I should do a role-playing game. Are we ready for another Three Kingdoms game? Not quite yet. Not quite yet. All right, and we're going to continue development on this one. Still got some marketing to wait for marketing. And so they can polish while we market. Biplane Battle is off the market. All right, so what do we want to do up here? We're going to do an RPG next, right? Probably. So let's make sure our RPG engine is up to date. Shall we? Yes. Yes, we shall. And we'll be ready. All right, so we got to... Yeah. Really waited for marketing here. And this game could be out already. But I mean, we're polishing it, right? We're making the game better. It's not the end of the world. Obviously, it'd be better if the game was out right now, but it is what it is. All right, so that engine is done. This is ready. Finished development. 70 to 90, that's fine. Basically, we just want to make sure it's at least 70 so we can get the achievement, but as long as it's over 80, it'll sell well. Because it's a platformer, I think. I think this is a platformer, right? Yes. So our first one might even be the first one on the market. Yes, it's the first one in the market, so it should sell well for that reason alone, right? It should sell fairly well. 80% will be fine. Just barely 80%. Actually, gameplay was low. Huh. Graphics, sound, and controls were good. I wouldn't have thought that. Oh, we got a legendary sound artist, and we have room for people in our sound studio, which is perfect. Ooh, they're an all-rounder too, so maybe I might put them in here later. Because all-rounders are good to have in here, especially early game, because you have time to train them up and get them maxed out and everything. Because all-rounder just increases, basically, okay, you have 4 stats that you care about if you're in this room, right? You care about game design, programming, graphics, music, and sound. You have one thing that's your primary, right, which you can max all the way to 100. Everything else you can only max to like 50, I think. But if you're an all-rounder, you can max everything else to, I think, 60, right? So getting all-rounders early, getting them in this room, getting everything maxed means late game you can make really good games, right? But that's not a big concern right now. We're making good enough games. All right, so yeah, Three Kingdoms. I mean, I could do... But we saw with Fourth Fantasy, we released that a little too early when Third Fantasy was still on the market. And its sales suffered. I mean, the sales of both suffered, right? They were kind of split between the two of them. So it's better to wait. Got another... I mean, yes, there's a development time to consider, but it'll still be on the market. So, I mean, I could do a fresh IP, right? Or I could do a spin-off of Cyberstalkers, right? Maybe. So that's like my best IP. Yeah, let's do a spin-off of Cyberstalkers. Call this Cyberstalkers World. We'll go B+. RPG engine, of course. And there we go, all the normal consoles. Okay, so yeah, so we're not pros with the sound or the physics yet, but we're getting there. Got our copy protection in place. All right, so these sliders, we know where they need to go, so I just gotta adjust them here, like that. So it must be remembering sliders from a different genre or something. Yeah, it is, I'm pretty sure. So let's take that down, move this up. Get a lot of gameplay, because our last game suffered gameplay-wise, surprisingly. All right, so 12 of 20, so I am going to go B+. I could cut out 2 things, but I don't want to cut out 2 things. I'm really surprised that character progression doesn't matter for role-playing game. Wait. That's the problem. All right, I got to redo everything now. Yeah, okay. Whoops. That was close. I almost made a skill game when I was trying to make a role-playing game, and I didn't even notice. Oh, I am so good at this game. So talented. All right, so that's why these were different. All right, there we go. Character progression. Everything applies. We're definitely not cutting 3 things out. Oh, let's go. All right, so let's hype this up. Get it up to 40 here. Boom. High quality sounds. Let's go. Ooh, there is some commission work we could be doing there, but that's okay. All right, so what do we want to throw an update to? Another 4th fantasy update. It seems to be selling well, just consistently 10K a week, right? See if we can keep that going for a while. Oh my god, it was 200,000 for that though. That is expensive for an update. Any commission work down here? No. Oh, and another tech thing must have came through. Let's end automation, because they might not all be necessary. One of them might be for a handheld, which we're not going to do a handheld yet. Let's look though. See, the heatsink is tech level 2. Should probably research it anyway, because it will make my console better. It'll still be considered console level 1, right? Tech level 1, sorry. You need everything to be tech level 2 for it to count as tech level 2, but we might as well have the best hardware in there. We'll wait. I'm not in a great rush to get it out. All right, so let's improve gameplay. It's already almost a third of the way done. We cannot hype this past 40 unless we want to spend a lot of money on a TV spot, which I probably don't. What else is popular right now, genre-wise? You do a strategy game? Have I done a strategy game lately? Yes, I definitely have. Another platformer? Ooh, a puzzle game. We haven't done a puzzle game in a long time. We just did a platformer, so let's make sure our puzzle engine is up to date. That is not the right button. This is. Where's my puzzle engine? There it is. Oh, it's been a minute. It's been a minute since this one was updated. Tapple 2 still? Yeah, let's go with the Kateri. I mean, doesn't really matter. Kateri has a few more. We're going to be making games for both for quite some time, so it doesn't really matter which I pick. I just want to make sure that whatever console you're planning to make games for is a special platform, so you get a little bonus to critical chance, right? If you're making for that platform in that genre. Perfect. All right. CyberQuest off the market, made a cool million. Beautiful. Okay, so they're almost through the RAM or whatever there. So it's probably far enough along that we can do special marketing now for Cyberstalker's World. This is my big IP. It's continued development. We got bugs to work out. We got pre-release special marketing to do. And then we got some hype. No, we're not doing extra hype. We got a pre-release for the press, I guess what I was trying to say. So market research. They were right. Role-playing games and rabbits, racing and comedy, they nailed it. Let's see if they nail the next one. All right, so once these bugs are gone, which they are now, we can send this. Only 70 to 90, though. That's not good. Because my last role-playing game, I feel like, was way better than that, wasn't it? I mean, 3 stars, you'd think it would be at least 90. I think. Yeah, okay, 92. That's good. That's fine. Everything's fine. Nothing to see here. All right, so puzzle game. Question is, do I have any puzzle IP value? We could do Block Mania, we could do Chess Master, but Chess Master, that or Doug Dig or Gladiator Arena. So none of those have any IP value, but we get free hype, right? Duck Dig being the highest. The question is, though, is digging a good subcategory? It is. Perfect. All right, so Doug Dig 2, we will go B+. At this point, it's probably just going to be B+ every time, more than likely. And let's just take a look at the platforms here and make sure. So the only one, oh, the Atari 850 is up to 2.2 million. So it's getting close to the 2.6. The Rodovins, we're not going to do the Rodovin. We've talked about the Rodovin before and why I'm not going to use it. All right, everything looks good here. All right, so these are wrong. Let's see if we can find out why. Better mission design. So level design, apparently I jacked up too far. It's kind of weird. Like, what exactly is level design and what exactly is mission design, right? And I think maybe in my head, what I view as level design might be what other people or like the developer of this game considers the opposite. You know what I mean? But that could be a me thing for sure. All right, so high quality graphics and sound as well. And hey, if you're enjoying this video, do me a favor, hit that like button. Helps me out a lot as a small YouTuber. All right, so we got 2 things left here for tech, and then we can start on the console. All right, so let's get a update out for Cyberstalker's World. Oh, and we should probably do one for Samurai Swordmaster too. Probably should have done Samurai Swordmaster first in retrospect, but not a big deal. Oh, what's wrong with these people? Why are they? Oh, they're sick. They're going to a medicine cabinet. Okay, wait. So is there no medicine cabinet in this room? It looks like there's no medicine cabinet down here. Now, see, I would have thought, logically, that the auto furniture thing would put in medicine cabinets. Right? But I'm thinking it did not. If we can find a spot for it. Let's make sure we have some around. There we go. All right, we got medicine cabinets now. So that sick people don't have to go all the way up here to get medicine. Wait, do we have any medicine cabinets in here either? Probably not. Yeah, we need medicine cabinets. There we go. But right above the heater, because heat will definitely not ruin the medicine. No, sir. That's not a risk whatsoever. Oh, and do we not have a cleaning robot in this one? We do. I guess it's busy, or it's making its way. Okay. It's making its way. Nothing to see here. All right. Market research, I think it's going to be action and Zeppelins. And platformer will be the negative trend, but that is not for another 69 weeks. Nice. So, we're not going to worry about that just yet. Let's release a beta demo. New development. So we got to get this demo out. We got to get the pre-release press out. Still got some bugs to get out. Never mind, the bugs are gone now. But I'd like to polish it up a bit. Right? And let's do an update for Samurai Swordmaster. And then we will do a little commission work up there. Got all kinds of money in the bank. I should probably buy more property soon. All right, what's the estimate on this one? Still only 70 to 90. But the last one ended up being 92. So as long as it's, honestly, as long as it's 85 plus, I'm happy, right? We're getting better at this engine stuff, which helps as well. And now we're pros at puzzle games, which is good. Oh, yeah, 92 again. All right. So that estimate is not very good lately. All right, so got a couple game reports to get through here. Let's do that. Let's do this commission work. Any commission work here? There is not. Lots of commission work here, but we can do that up there instead. So what kind of game do we want to make now? RPG is a trend. We already did an RPG. We could do another platformer. We've had a couple platformers since our last one. I think I will. I think I'll do another platformer. That engine should be up to date, right? Because we just did a platformer recently. right? Like it's right here. I'm pretty sure there's been no engine stuff since then. And I mean, platformers, a lot of things fit for platformer, right? Like topic wise, we'll call this the Found Vikings. Wow, I am typoing all crazy today. So this is a play on. There's a game. They call it like a puzzle slash platformer. Came out in the 90s called The Lost Vikings. Very good game. It was actually by Blizzard, surprisingly enough. Blizzard actually used to make Super Nintendo games. They made Lost Vikings, which is a game where you control 3 different Vikings and they each have their own ability. Like only one can jump, and another one has a shield that he can like float down on, or he can put it above his head, and the jumper guy can jump on the shield. So anyway, you move one at a time, and it's kind of like a puzzle. Anyway, Lost Vikings, good game. They also made Rock and Roll Racing, which is also a good Super NES game by Blizzard. All right, too short, better character design, better level design, too violent, too short, better, what was it? I forget already. All the ones that are just something design, I always get them mixed up in my head. Character and level. Okay. Character and level. Let's move story down. Let's move depth down. Mission design down. Try that. And the sliders are supposed to be... No, that's what we did. Wrong place, Looch, right here. 25s across the board. There we go. Everything looks good. Good enough, anyway. Good enough for me. All right, so let's get some high quality sounds going. All right, let's get the advertising going right away. So last time, let's advertise the right game would probably also be beneficial, right? And let's stay on top of the advertising crew this time, because I didn't last time and I ended up having to wait for them. But the graphics and QA as well, they were doing other things, so you should not be waiting for marketing this time, in theory. All right, so let's get through this commission work. A little extra change in my pocket for very easy work, right? And then we do radio spot. That'll get it to 40. Eventually, we'll start pushing them past 40, right? All right, so we're on our last hardware thing, right? So we will be able to get our console started today, which is good. I wasn't sure if I'd be able to get the console started today or not, but it looks like we will. All right, and let's do pre-release special marketing for Found Vikings. I forgot the name of the game that I just made. Let's continue development. We've got bugs to get out and such. Got to keep our eye on this. As soon as it's done, we want to start, right? No hesitation. All right, large booth. Let's go Doug Dig 2. Let's go Cyberstalker's World. And let's go the Found Vikings. Oh, so close to having a console I could advertise here. So close. I wish I could like announce it ahead of time. Right? Did I do the pre-release press? Not yet. Okay, it's almost done here. And done. Okay, pause. Okay, so no engine features, no game features. So, all right, so we do need the console features, but we can start our console. We can add these while it's in development, right? I'm pretty sure. I hope so. All right, let's make sure we have the best thing here. In each category, it looks like it automatically did. Let's just double check. So we got all the best level 1 stuff and level 2 heatsink, right? So this should make for a pretty decent console. We'll include 2 controllers. Make it green. Sure, green works for me. And we will go, what game do we want to include in there? What's a good game? What's a good game that's been out for a while? So this is by release date. 95, Miss Ghost Eater. By the time this game comes out, it'll be closed off the market. Yeah, let's include Miss Ghost Eater. This stuff is not yet available. Ooh, backwards compatibility. Well, I don't care about backwards compatibility yet, right? I'm researching it right now, but I don't have consoles to make it backwards compatible with. And these features will come through as research is done. So basically, I can add features as we research them. Except I don't think you can retroactively add backwards compatible. So backwards compatibility isn't backwards compatible. All right, so I am gonna do TV spots for this console. Got to get this to 100 hype. But we're gonna do it in the most financially efficient way possible. So let's go to the end of the week and then we'll put this game out. Let's do an update for Cyberstalker or Doug Dig 2, whatever my most recent game is. It's just crazy at this point of the playthrough. You make games so fast compared to later on, right? It's crazy. Like I've made how many games this episode? And then like the late game, like later in the series, I'll be making like one game per episode basically. All right, so yeah, so we can include all these features now. So it'll take a little longer, I think, to make, but that's fine. All right, and this can go out to the folks. 70 to 90 again. We'll see if it ends up being 92 this time. Hopefully it will. $84. Well, that is not 92. But I think the last one, my last platformer was 80, so we're moving in the right direction, right? So I'm okay with it. Again, anything over 80 is fine. All right, so all we have is miscellaneous. Size A, should I do size A now? Yeah, let's get size A out of the way. Just have it now, because when the time comes that we want to do a size A game, we'll be ready, right? So platformer, so what do we want to do now? Not racing, definitely not racing. I mean, I could probably do Three Kingdoms. It's very close to being off the market. Three Kingdoms 3, even though it's actually Three Kingdoms 4, because this is actually Three Kingdoms 3. Because I called 2 games in a row Three Kingdoms 2, just with different, whatever, the subtext or whatever. So, in that case, sequel. Just Three Kingdoms up to 0.7 IP value. So we're gonna call this Three Kingdoms 4. Because technically Boo's Betrayal was 3. We'll call this Sun Quan's Plan. I'm pretty sure that's a major character from Three Kingdoms. Somebody correct me if I'm wrong in the comments. I feel like nobody's commented on all this Three Kingdoms stuff that I'm using. So I feel like people aren't familiar with the setting. But I'm pretty sure I'm making good references, I think. Pretty sure I think. I sound very sure there. Ooh, Jared Box. That's not going to be ready. Because the problem is, if the game's done before the console, you have to wait till the console's out to put the game out. And this game's going to be done way before the console is. All right, we're pros at all the engine stuff now. Copy protection is still solid. Everything looks good here. Turn on everything here. And away we go. All right, let's make some high quality sounds. And some high quality graphics. And some high quality QA. I know that's not what it's called, but you know what I mean. All right, so what do we want to update now? What needs an update? What is selling well? I guess we could do a Found Vikings update. Day 1 patch, sure. Oh, we could do some demos. I haven't done demos on anything in a long time. Samurai Swordmaster, although I probably should be working on the console hype. Right? So I probably should be doing. So let's do that. Console, Chairbox, Game Magazine, that'll get it to 25. I feel like I already did that though, didn't I? Ooh, 15 hype from that demo. That's good. Cyberstalkers 4 off the market. We got modern 2D block graphics. Three Kingdoms 2, aka 3 is off the market. That's good since we're coming up next one. Wow. 3 games came off the market all at once. That is odd. That doesn't usually happen. All right, so we lost some sound points. That's okay. That's okay. All right. This has 50 hypes. We don't need to hype it with normal marketing. How close is it to being done? Nowhere near close. So we can definitely market this console a little bit more. Console's going to take a lot longer to make. A lot longer. And do one TV spot for Lucera box. For now, we're going to do two eventually, but we'll do one because they take quite a while, and then we'll do like special marketing, and then we'll do the second TV spot. Probably the play here. All right, so what other engines could use an update? Action. Ooh, we should probably wait for this research to be done to update engines, right? Since it's immediately going to be out of date. If I do. Oh, Found Viking's selling pretty well. Cyberstalker's World is selling well. Oh, so it got a boost when the other Cyberstalkers game came off the market, I think. Even though it was different genre. Like Cyberstalkers 4 just came off the market. It's the same IP, but it's a spin-off, so it's a different genre, but that's the only thing that makes sense. Because Found Vikings is different, it's new. No other game had a spike in sales 4 weeks ago. I mean, Satisfactorio had a little tiny one. Huh, that's interesting. But hey, we got the Lucera box coming. Console is coming, folks. That's going to do it for this episode. Hopefully you enjoyed it. If you did, hit that like button. Subscribe if you haven't already. Join my Discord. We talk about games there. It's good times, good group of folks. Consider supporting me on Patreon. Shout out to my patrons. And check out my main channel if you haven't already. All those things are linked in the description down below. Most importantly, though, be good to each other. Have a great day. And I'll see you in the next one.